What's up, YouTube? Got your man Connor here from I Want to Learn Japanese, and today we're going to be working on some of the basics. We're going to be going over very simple things for beginners, starting from just the root basic sentences and work our way from there. And that is one of the most beautiful and best ways, in my opinion, to learn a new language. So let's go! So today we're going to be focusing on how to say three simple things in Japanese, and those are the words for this, that, and that, except I'll go into a little bit more detail of what I mean by that, saying twice. So the very first thing, when you want to say this in Japanese, the word is kore. So, kore, this thing, kore, kore. So, kore, that is the spelling of kore. So in Romanji, it's K-O-R-E, but if you studied a little bit of how the hiragana characters work and how to pronounce those, you'll know that the R-E makes more of a re sound. It kind of comes off the top of your mouth when you say re. So not kore. Kore is the American way to say it, but the correct Japanese pronunciation is kore. Kore. This. So now we're going to jump on to that, and you'll know what I mean in just a second. The reason it's broken up into two different words is there are two different ways to say that in Japanese. When you say that, when you're referring to something that is close to the other person, for example, if I had a friend sitting next to me and I said, "What is that?" Right? I would use a different word than the other that, which would be like that is far away from us. So kore is here, close to me, kore. That is spelled like this, sore. S-O-R-E, sore, sore. So that is when it's close to the other person that you're talking to. And the second form of that is are, which is far away from both you and the person you're speaking to. Now, let's move on to the next part. Something that you need to know about these three words is that these are for like things. If you're talking about like this thing, or like that thing, or that over there. But if you want to put it next to a noun, for example, this pen, right? Luckily pen is just pen in Japanese. So we can say kono pen. Kono is just the form that you use before a noun for this pen, right? So kono, right there. When you want to say this something, you use kono pen. Or, for example, kono keitai denma. This, like phone, this cell phone. Kono boru. Kono kusuri. Kono Game Boy Advance SP. So, those are some of the ways that you can use kono. So if you're talking about something, an object that is close to you, you would say kono and then noun following right after it. Now, what about if you're talking about something that's close to someone else? For that, you use a very similar form, except instead of kono, it is sono. So there's kore, sore, kono, and sono when you're putting it next to a noun. So, sono, just in the way that you use kono, is used right before a noun. So, if this was over here next to somebody that I was talking to, I'd say sono pen, sono pen. Book in Japanese is hon. So, kono hon. Or if it was over there by my friend, I say sono hon. And finally, the third word is ano. So, ano hon. So if there was a book way out in the distance and I was talking with somebody that was close to me, I wouldn't say sono because it's not close to the friend or the person that I'm talking to. I would use ano. So now let's make this stuff a little bit more useful and put it into a sentence. So now we're going to start and make our very first sentence if you're a beginner, and this is one of the simplest ways to create a sentence, and that is the sentence, what is this? So how you say what is this in Japanese is これは何ですか?これは何ですか?これは何ですか?これは何ですか?これは何ですか?これは何ですか? Okay, so that is one of the simplest sentences that you can create in Japanese. If you're asking what something is, you just can point to it, hold it, and obviously if you're using kore, then it means an object that is close to you. So if I say, これは何ですか? then a Japanese person will understand and be able to respond to you. The same thing applies for sore if it's close to somebody else. For example, if someone is holding a pen nearby, I can say, それは何ですか?それは何ですか? We'll talk more about why the sentence is formed in this way, what parts of Japanese I'm using in this actual sentence, but for now, it's really easy to just memorize the phrase, これは何ですか? Yeah, so please practice that. And if you have any questions, as always, ask that in the comment box below. If you need me to go into any more detail, I can explain either in the comments or in a new video. Be sure to check out the rest of the Japanese basics. Starting from kind of like a level 1 standpoint, you can learn a lot of very useful, easy to use Japanese sentence patterns, as well as just very simple grammar points and things like that. So have a look, and signing out, we'll see you later.